Crown Prince launches Ceer, first Saudi electric vehicle brand. Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman, who is also chairman of the Public Investment Fund (PIF), announced the Thursday the launch of Ceer, the first Saudi electric vehicle brand that will contribute to Saudi Arabia automotive manufacturing sector. The launch comes in the line with PIF strategy to focus on unlocking the capabilities and performing sectors locally that can help drive the diversification of the economy to help achieve the objectives of Vision 2030. In addition, the company will contribute to Saudi Arabia efforts towards carbon emission reduction and driving sustainability to address the impact of climate change. While announcing the launch, the Crown Prince said Saudi Arabia is not just building a new automatic brand, we are igniting a new industry and an ecosystem that attracts international and local investments, create job opportunity for the local talent, and enable the private sectors. This should also contribute to increasing Saudi Arabia GDP over the next decade as part of PIF strategy to drive economic growth in the line with Vision 2030. Ceer is the first Saudi automatic brand to produce electric vehicles in Saudi Arabia and will design, manufacture and sell as a range of vehicles of consumers in Saudi Arabia and MENA region, including sedans and space utility vehicles. As part of PIF strategy to diversify Saudi Arabia's GDP growth by investing in promising growth industry, Ceer will attract over $150 million of foreign direct investment and create up to 30,000 direct and indirect jobs. Ceer is the projected to directly contribute $8 billion to Saudi Arabia GDP by 2034. The company, which is a joint venture between PIF and Hon High Precision Industry Co. Foxconn, will license component technology from BMW for use in the vehicle's development process. Foxconn will develop the electrical architecture of vehicles, resulting in a portfolio of products that will lead in the area of infotainment, connectivity, and autonomous driving technology. Each vehicle will be designed and manufactured in Saudi Arabia and tested in the highest global automatic quality control and safety standards. Ceer vehicles are scheduled to be available in 2025. Chairman of Hon High Technology Group Yong Liu said that the Foxconn is excited about our partnership with PIF to create a new automotive company that will focus on designing and manufacturing electric vehicles in and for Saudi Arabia. We will leverage Foxconn's technology expertise to support its visions of creating a range of iconic electric vehicles that are built around the themes of connectivity, infotainment, and autonomy. We want to make electric vehicles mainstream, and that is what Ceer is going to achieve in Saudi Arabia and the wide range. Despite global slowdown, Saudi GDP records 8.6% growth in quarter 3. The global economy is facing one of the most tumultuous periods in the recent history, and likelihood of a global recession has increased, according to a new report from Saudi Arabia Ministry of Economic and Planning (MEP). Volatility continues to gather momentum, creating downward pressure in global markets including China, the UE, the UK, and the US. Despite a slowing economic growth outlook, Saudi Arabia registered a real GDP growth of 8.6% in the third quarter of 2022. Inflation was also contained at 2.9%, one of the lowest rates among the G20 nations. According to the economic report issued by the MEP, the economic report will be published quarterly by the ministry to provide a regular, accurate, and detailed update on the performance of both global economy and the kingdom's local market. Domestically, real non-oil GDP growth expanded by 5.9% following 6 consecutive quarters of the growth, a run that stretches back to the first quarter of 2021. Manufacturing, wholesale, retail trade, restaurants and hotels, constructions and transports were among the key contributors to the kingdom's non-oil GDP growth in the third quarter of 2022. Despite persistent supply chain bottlenecks clogging up global trade, the kingdom's trade balance climbed by 87% to Saudi riyal 72 billion in August 2022. Export to China, Japan, and US increased, while India and South Korea doubled imports of Saudi Arabia goods year on year, as the country deepens its critical role on international stage. The Ministry of Economy and Planning first quarterly report is a milestone in our effort to become more transparent by providing access to the latest data and statistics of the kingdom's economic performance, said Faisal Ibrahim, Ministry of Economy and Planning. The report outlines our country's strong economic performance, continued progress towards achieving Vision 2030, and drive to deliver sustainability diversification that remains pivotal to the long-term prosperity of our people and nation. Al-Jubair briefs EU envoys about Saudi's stand on global issues. Saudi Arabia Ministry of State for Foreign Affairs, member of the Council of the Ministry and Climate Envoy Adil Al-Jubair met with ambassadors of EU countries aggregated to the kingdom. During the meeting, they reviewed aspects of the existing cooperation between the kingdoms and the European Union in various fields, in addition to clarifying the kingdom's viewpoint on regional and international issues. They also discussed aspects of the enhancing joint coordination on many issues related to the environment and climate change and the international efforts made in this regard.